Mom desperately searching for missing teen daughter. Lee Porter's brother Max Porter said he knew something was wrong when he couldn't get in contact with her family handout. Lee Porter was just 19 years old when she mysteriously vanished from a suburb of Denver in June 2014. Porter was last seen in Westminster, Colorado, on June 3, 2014. She had traveled from her hometown of Pueblo, Colorado, and visited a friend from high school, Christopher Adam Wade. Wade stated they got into an argument because she wanted him to buy her drugs, and she got a phone call and left his apartment that night. Porter has never been heard from again, and she hasn't used her cellular phone, her credit cards, or her social media accounts since June 3rd. Her car was found abandoned at Wade's apartment building, but her belongings were gone. She was reported missing on June 5th. On June 12th, Porter's brother and boyfriend confronted Wade and recorded him confessing to killing Porter. They called the police, who questioned him and then arrested him. Wade stated he and Porter had consensual sex, then got into an argument, and he killed her in self-defense after she attacked him with a knife. He said he put her body in a duffel bag and dumped it, and put her wallet, purse and clothes in various dumpsters in the area. He was charged with first-degree murder, sexual assault and evidence tampering in Porter's case, but the sexual assault charges were later dropped. Authorities believe he killed her after she resisted his advances. In September 2015, Wade pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to the maximum term of 48 years in prison. He will have to serve 70% of the sentence before he can be considered for parole. Her mother, Renee Jackson, launched her own investigation to find her daughter, tramping through the winding dusty mountain trails of central Colorado with search dogs. Jackson has consulted psychics, memorized police records and paid travel expenses to volunteers to go help her search for her daughter. Jackson said her daughter is very social and kind of a joker, who had a lot of friends and loved her brother Max.
She was small, but she was feisty.
Why come now? Obviously the police aren't searching for her.
Because my mama heart I can't accept the fact that I don't know where my daughter is. I can't live with that.
Jackson went to police to tell them about Wade. When he was questioned, Wade told officers that he had seen Porter's post on social media asking for help and offered to help her move. After she went missing, he even joined the search, posting pleas on social media to find her, while her family posted missing person posters all over Colorado.
She was an amazing young woman, kind of a joker. She loved her brother like crazy. She was very social. She had lots of friends.
Among those friends, high school best friend, Marilee Nixon.
She was very outgoing, very bubbly. You know, she could have met someone 5 seconds ago and she'd already feel like their best friend.
Max and his mother went to the police, who later brought in Jesse Mine for questioning. Mine told police he and Lee Porter had an emotional breakup that left her depressed. The last time he saw her, Mine told police, was in a motel parking lot near Denver, where they said goodbye to each other. He told police during his interrogation that he was headed to his parents' house in Maryland to try and get clean, while she went off to Denver to crash with friends. Mine told police that right after they separated, Porter stopped texting him, which he thought was odd because she was always on her phone, but he didn't become worried until he got a call from her brother. Police determined Mine had a strong alibi and wasn't a suspect. Meanwhile, Lee Porter's mother started going through her daughter's phone records, calling every number on the list.
I don't understand it. I don't understand what made her go to this person who was much older and, you know, it was kind of bad news. So.
She wasn't involved in drugs at all before she met him?
Not before she met him, no.
And then how bad did it get?
It got bad right away. We were going to a concert together, and as we were driving up to Denver, she said, I did heroin for the first time, and I'm hooked on it.
What did that say to you?
It broke my heart. It really did.
She was basically like my best friend. We did everything together, listened to the same music, did the same things, fought like brother and sister all the time, and we were really close. We were able to go to each other and talk to each other about everything.
Mine told police that right after they separated, Porter stopped texting him, which he thought was odd because she was always on her phone, but he didn't become worried until he got a call from her brother. Police determined Mine had a strong alibi and wasn't a suspect. Meanwhile, Lee Porter's mother started going through her daughter's phone records, calling every number on the list. Wade, then 23 years old, had gone to high school with Porter. He was a good student, involved with choir and drama, and had joined the army after high school, where he worked as a helicopter mechanic. After serving for 2 years, he came back home to go to college, majoring in criminal justice because he wanted to be a police officer. But police were suspicious of Wade. With his permission, they searched his 2-bedroom apartment in Westminster, Colorado, where they made a couple of discoveries. Police said the apartment was dirty, with video games, soda bottles, leftover takeout, clothes and dishes all over the floor. But worst of all, police said, was Wade's bedroom, where he had clothes, coupons, computers and a twin mattress on the floor, without any sheets on it and no pillowcases on the pillows. Police said they found bondage websites on his computer search history, strange stains on the mattress, and a duffel bag full of size 14 women's underwear, too big to fit the petite, 98-pound Lee. Then police found a knife in the bedroom alongside the mattress, which they said had bleach spots on it. He claimed that he cut his hand about a week and a half earlier, and he explained that's why he bleached his knife, Calhoun said. So that's when we actually asked him to come in for a formal interview at the police station. At the police station, Wade told police that Lee had come on to him. We were just getting ready to get back into the video game. Then she leaned in and kissed me, and I kissed back, Wade said during his questioning. And he went on to say that the kissing led to their having sex in his bedroom. Wade told police he removed the sheets and pillowcases from his bed afterward. But given the state of his apartment, detectives said they weren't buying his story. He then told detectives that when he got that phone call from Porter's mother, he panicked and trashed the sheets. We started turning the heat up, Detective Mike Lynch said. And I asked him, where's the body at? I says, is that body out there with the cell phone? Did you kill Lee Porter? Eventually, Wade confessed to killing her. He was charged with first-degree murder, sexual assault and evidence tampering in Porter's case, but the sexual assault charges were later dropped. Authorities believe he killed her after she resisted his advances. In September 2015, Wade pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to the maximum term of 48 years in prison. He will have to serve 70% of the sentence before he can be considered for parole. Investigators believe Porter's body may be in the Allied Waste Services Tower Road landfill, Tower Road, and 88th Avenue in Commerce City, Colorado. A 45-day search of the landfill proved unsuccessful at finding her remains, although her clothes and cellular phone have been recovered. Foul play is suspected in a case due to the circumstances involved. More than a year later, Porter's remains still haven't been found. One reason cited by 17th Judicial District Dave Young for offering Wade the opportunity to plead guilty to a lesser charge of second-degree murder in the case. As a result, Wade has been sentenced to nearly half a century behind bars. Yet Porter's loved ones are upset that any deal was made with the man who took their loved one's life and tossed out her body like so much trash. This claim prompted a 45-day search of the landfill to which the dumpster's contents had been transported. But while Porter's clothes and cell phone were recovered, her body was not. Without her remains, Young feared that a jury wouldn't convict Wade of first-degree murder or sexually assaulting Porter. Hence, his office allowed Wade to plead guilty to second-degree murder and sexual exploitation of a child, an accusation based on 20-plus pornographic images found on his computer during the investigation in the Porter case. Young defended his choice in a statement that reads, "The defendant will receive the maximum sentence of 48 years for second-degree murder and most probably will spend the rest of his life in prison. I know the family is very frustrated with the legal system right now, and I empathize with this family that has lost their 19-year-old daughter. This case has been one of our highest priority cases since June of 2014. Although authorities don't believe Wade's self-defense story, they were hesitant to take the case to jury without a body, so prosecutors offered him the plea deal of second-degree murder in exchange for giving prosecutors information about what happened to Lee Porter. Today, Wade is known at Colorado's Sterling Correctional Facility as prisoner number 170,598. Prior to the murder, Wade was majoring in criminal justice at a college near Denver because he wanted to become a police officer. He denied studying criminology to learn how to commit murder, but said his classes did help him some in the interrogation room. Robert Wells, one of Wade's professors and mentor, believes Wade learned how to manipulate a crime scene from his class. His efforts to clean and purge the crime scene. Those are things he could have learned right there in my class, said. For many years, Lee Porter's mother, Renee Jackson, has not given up on finding her daughter. She is still searching for her in the dusty mountain trails of central Colorado. It's devastated me. Jackson told I struggle to live with this every day, and so, I look forward to the day that I get to meet my daughter. And until then, I'm going to try and find her.